In 2016, the West Africa Biodiversity and Climate Change Program embarked on a journey to build capacity within West Africa for implementing the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, CITES. To do this, WABIC partnered with the ECOWAS Commission and with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services. 26 professionals from across West African countries were selected and sponsored to attend a master's degree program at the University of Andalusia in Spain. We followed this journey through a series of 3 videos. While the first video focused on the expectations of the students and the organizers, the second video followed these students into the field to see how they were applying and implementing what they had learned at the university. The final video will look at how these professionals, now graduates, are using the knowledge they have gained to focus and ensure the implementation of CITES in their respective countries. Did we achieve our objectives? That is what we will find out as we watch this video.
Before I went for the CITES master's course, I wasn't the focal point for CITES in Nigeria. I was next to the CITES focal point. But when I came back from the training, there was a vacancy, and because of the training I've acquired, it helped me to be able to step into that vacancy.
I'm the first guy to develop CITES legislation for the Gambia. I am also the first individual who established a ringing scheme for the Gambia, 2020. This year people are under training, and after the training, 2 people will be selected to go to Nigeria, Apoli, to do trainers of trainer.
La satisfaction qui a été accordée par l'ambassade britannique à 2 hauts cadres, dont je fais partie, le point focal de la CITES et le point focal de la criminalité phonique en Guinée, qui ont été primés par l'ambassade britannique.
J'ai été coopté par l'Union africaine comme expert CITES pour toutes les questions liées au trafic des espèces sauvages. Et je fais partie du groupe des experts qui est en train de développer une stratégie au niveau de l'Union africaine pour lutter efficacement contre le trafic des espèces sauvages, au pays de gagner, parce que quand les trafiquants sont traduits au tribunal, de nos jours, les magistrats sont prêts à donner des peines plus élevées. Mais avant, ce n'était pas ça, parce qu'ils n'étaient pas très bien informés et sensibilisés. Mais maintenant qu'ils connaissent les enjeux, vraiment, ils sont en train de donner des peines plus élevées.
I was able to push to the fact that now in most of the custom training school, there's a curriculum that's going to be taught to all custom officers. The stakeholders meeting is a forum where stakeholders who don't know what is happening is an opportunity for me to also talk to them.
I was able to seek the support of WABIC last year to organize a training for just customs, veterinary, and then some wildlife staff. Locally, my management authority and all the other staff now know what CITES is, they know what it stands for, they are now aware of the benefits that as a country or as an institution will have if all the others or all the other staff are well trained in CITES. I wanted to continue and then go to the other ends or all the ports of entries and exits of Ghana and then train others on what CITES and what wildlife trafficking is all about and how we can curb it.
My country, based on the sensitization I'm doing through workshop, doing presentation, my university has asked me to come up with like a policy and develop some concept about the importance of these international conventions, to go and be giving some tutorial classes or lectures to our university students to know the importance of these international treaties like CITES, especially CITES, because people know about Ramsar, but they don't know about CITES in my country. So I think building this network, we could share some ideas to our colleagues and they could replicate it in their own countries.
We realize that most of these exporters come in and then just pick a form, we work on their species, and then they finally come up and say, no, I'm not doing the shipment again. So we realized there were certain abnormalities going on, something fishy going on. So together with my predecessor and then some staff from the management authority, we've come up with a form so that we get to know if they are using the right means to capture these animals before we even allow them to even trade in it.
You bring any species now to be able to identify what species, what family it belongs to, and then tell you categorically whether it is possible to issue permit or not. A lot of people have come with requests, but such requests were turned down because I have acquired the knowledge and I've taken decision, and this is the right decision.
Un autre succès, c'est l'arrestation de certains délinquants, des trafiquants.
Now you have very high fines, very stringent penalties, and we are really seeing results.
Wildlife trafficking is a transboundary issue, so we need to build a network with colleagues that we've studied.
The training itself gave us the opportunity to form a network. So now there is no consignment that leaves or comes to the airport without myself and my team being pre-informed about what it is.
I got the experience from Guinea and Ivory Coast. Our colleague Nana and Lucas, they are now in close contact of communication with consignment leaving each other countries.
Autre chose, Sénégal, Côte d'Ivoire. Il y a eu un trafic d'Autriche qui est parti du Sénégal et qui est arrivé en Côte d'Ivoire à l'aéroport. Nos collègues de l'aéroport de Côte d'Ivoire ont bloqué les produits et ils nous ont saisis via Internet. Et nous avons réagi pour voir que c'était là un cas d'espèce de trafic et qu'il fallait sanctionner. La contribution des diplômés à la conférence des parties tenue, la COP18 tenue en Suisse, à Genève, était très positive. Parce qu'avant d'aller à la COP, nous avons tenu une pré-COP. C'est-à-dire tous les 15 pays de la CEDEAO se sont réunis pour voir sur l'ensemble des propositions postées au site. Ce qui a fait que quand on était à la COP, il y avait une harmonie entre tous les pays et on a tenu au même langage.
One other area that we are coordinating and working together is the area of the strategy, because there's a better understanding among ourselves what we want to do.
Je me trouve être le président du comité de rédaction de cette stratégie. La stratégie sous-régionale au niveau de la CEDEAO sur la lutte contre la criminalité faunique liée aux espèces sauvages est un projet qui est en train d'être mis en place par les 15 pays de la CEDEAO. Parce qu'effectivement, après la formation sur la première promotion qui a subi le Master CITES, chaque étudiant a travaillé sur une thématique très propre, personnelle, mais qui met en évidence les enjeux de conservation de la biodiversité au niveau sous-régional de la CEDEAO. Donc cette stratégie est une coopération de tous les États de la CEDEAO pour voir à l'échelle sous-régionale comment ensemble appliquer les mêmes dispositions.
There's going to be networking. There's going to be what are your fines. If your fine is too low, we advise you to jack it up so that somebody will not run away from a high fine and go to a very lower one, so that whatsoever that is seen in one country is also replicated in other countries.
Pour qu'ensemble la CEDEAO puisse gérer la biodiversité de façon concertée et dans le sens de la biodiversité, de conservation de la biodiversité. La cohésion entre les pays, c'est très important.
As the graduates have told you, a lot has been achieved through this program. Beyond the 26 professionals who have acquired master's degrees on CITES, it is also the wealth of knowledge and data that they have compiled, which will now serve to inform the decisions that are made and the planning for fighting wildlife crime across West Africa. We have seen these graduates getting involved in designing policies in their countries. We have also seen them influencing policies and enforcement at the global level. And we are convinced that this program has been a success. However, we are conscious that the number of persons who have been trained is as yet too little to get the desired impact we would like to see within West Africa. We know that we need to achieve a critical mass of persons who are trained on CITES, not just from the government wildlife and forestry services, but also from other agencies including customs, the police, and even the NGO sector. And as WABIC phases out, we would like to invite our partners and other donor agencies to pick up this model and run with it.